Miranda versus Arizona prohibits the interrogation of a person in police custody until the person is warned of the right to remain silent, the right to an attorney, and the fact that any statements made during the interrogation can be used as evidence against the person. When is a person in custody for purposes of Miranda? The United States Supreme Court considered this question in Stansbury versus California. On the morning of September 29, 1982, police received a call from someone who'd seen a large man get out of a turquoise American-made sedan and throw something into a flood control channel. When police arrived at the scene, they discovered the body of 10-year-old Robyn Jackson, a child who'd been reported missing the previous evening. The girl had been raped and murdered. Several witnesses reported seeing Robyn talking to two ice cream truck drivers, one of whom was Robert Stansbury, shortly before she disappeared. Officers went to Stansbury's home, told him he was a possible witness in the case, and asked him to go to the police station to answer some questions. Stansbury agreed. Initially, the officer who conducted the questioning considered the other driver, not Stansbury, the main suspect. Therefore, Stansbury wasn't Mirandized prior to questioning. However, during the interview, Stansbury told police he'd spoken to Robyn around 6:30 p.m., returned home around 9, and left again around midnight in a borrowed turquoise American-made car. Upon hearing the make and color of the car, the officer began to suspect that Stansbury was Robyn's killer. Instead of telling Stansbury about this suspicion, the officer continued the interview. After Stansbury revealed prior convictions for rape, kidnapping, and child molestation, the officer stopped the interview and read Stansbury his Miranda rights. Stansbury refused to answer any more questions. Stansbury was charged with first-degree murder and other crimes. He moved to suppress all statements made at the police station, along with any evidence gathered as a result of the statements. The trial court denied Stansbury's motion, reasoning that the officer didn't consider Stansbury a suspect until he mentioned the turquoise car. Based on the officer's subjective belief, the trial court concluded that Stansbury wasn't in custody and therefore wasn't entitled to a Miranda warning until after he talked about the turquoise car. Stansbury was convicted and sentenced to death. The California Supreme Court affirmed, and the United States Supreme Court granted cert.